I'm always on the hunt to find new beauty products or ways to tweak my current skincare routine. And right now I'm using the L'Oreal Revitalift 10% glycolic acid. I'm basically targeting my areas of hyperpigmentation and just doing a light hand over the rest of my face. And I'm using it about 3 times a week. This has been going on for about 2 months. But I also did find an additional product to add to my skincare routine. And it's the No.7 Glycolic Acid Peel. This has 15% glycolic acid. You basically put it on your face, leave it on for 5 minutes, and then wash it off. As opposed to the L'Oreal, that you leave on your face for good until you wash it off the next day if you decide to wash your face in the morning, if that's your routine. And it is something that I'm interested in alternating with the L'Oreal product to see if it's going to create any issues with my skin or if it's going to help increase the speed at which I can reduce the hyperpigmentation. This is what it looks like. It comes in a clear tube, clear bottle rather, and it's a little sticky. So it stays onto your skin nicely. It won't run all over the place, and then you just wash it off. So I'm going to take some pictures of what my skin looks like currently, and then I'm going to show you what my skin looks like in about 6 or 7 weeks. The pictures I am showing you are actual and real. They were taken by myself in the same room, especially the first 2 sets of pictures. The left side is showing the before and the right side is showing after of both the left and right side of my cheeks. The other pictures show how the picture can vary depending on lighting. Just to give you an idea, when people do lighting and they take these pictures, it can alter the total effect of how it can appear before and after. But my intent, again, was to be as transparent as possible. Overall, I do feel that the glycolic acid does help. I only use it at night, and I think it is worth giving it a try. I finished week 7 of using the No.7 Glycolic Acid Peel. It's 15% glycolic acid. I did find it really helped my skin. I can start seeing some results. They do say it takes probably 4 months on the outside to see some results, and I'm very happy with what I'm starting to see at this point. I do see that it's fading it. I used it probably more than they said. They said 3 times a week. I used it 5 times a week. It did not disturb my skin. I also washed my face with this little silicone scrubby, which I think also helps remove any dead skin cells that might have been sloughing off from the glycolic acid. I feel my face was getting much more smoother. I felt it was soft. There was no scaling. There was no peeling. And I think it's definitely evening out my overall skin tone. So if you'd like to try the No.7 Glycolic Acid, 15%, it's the strongest one I can find out on the market without having to go to a dermatologist. Today I am going to a dermatologist, so I'm going to give you my report once I finish seeing him, what he has seen on my face, what he can tell me about my melasma, and I will give you a heads up on that in my next update, which will be a continuation on this video, so stay tuned, and I will just give you his opinion on everything. So I finished at the dermatologist and he did a full body review. He saw nothing on my chest, my back, my legs, my arms, my feet, my neck. He did check my former basal cell spot here. He saw nothing there. The melasma, he said, is cosmetic. You can only reduce that with lightening creams. There were some marks here that he said are just sun freckles, nothing to be concerned about. But he did look at this spot that I told him about and this spot on my nose. And so they decided to do a biopsy on both of them. And they give you lidocaine, and then he cut it out and he put a stitch in, and he did the same here. I had to sign a waiver saying I would not be, after them because of the way it scars or heals. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. I had to have it checked. The pathology will come back in 2 weeks. The stitch will come out in 1 week. I will show you what it looks like when I take the bandages off. I have to check my instructions, see how to take care of this until I go back to get the stitch taken out. Well, it's been almost 48 hours, and it said between 24 and 48 hours, I should take the bandages off, clean it with a little bit of diluted peroxide because there is a stitch there, and put some Vaseline or polysporin on it and a fresh bandage. So I'm going to do that now. I'll show you what it looks like once I get the bandages off. The bandages are off, and now you can see what the wounds look like. It actually looked worse with the bandages on. He said he was only putting like one stitch in each place. I will tell you, the lidocaine made my whole scalp numb, and my nose did bleed quite a bit. And he did have you sign a waiver saying that he would not be responsible for any scarring. So in a week I get the stitches out. It's already been 2 days, so 5 more days to go. Then pathology will come back, and we'll see where we go from there. I received an email from the doctor's office saying they got my lab work in, and it turns out that this is just a actinic keratosis, which is nothing serious. But this on my forehead is a squamous cell carcinoma. I am going to the doctor on Monday to get the stitches out, and I'm sure he'll tell me what the next steps are going to be. And I'm glad the results came back really quickly because I'd like to get it taken care of as soon as possible. I finished up at the dermatologist's office, and I had stitches removed here. There were 2 here and 1 here. And I did not actually see the doctor. I just saw the nurse who removed the stitches. She says he hasn't read the pathology report yet, even though I've seen it already and I know that this was cancer, squamous cell. She said he'll be calling, or the office will be calling, to let me know what to do next. And the appointment, she said, will probably be either a Mohs surgery or an excision surgery on my forehead, depending on what the doctor decides. And the nose could be blue light or just freezing it off. So right now I'm just in a wait position to see when the doctor or the nurses call me to let me know the next scheduled appointment and what will be happening at that appointment. They also, reminded me that none of this was something I did recently. This is from sun over the years, from when, 30, 40 years ago, when people didn't use sunscreen, everything was SPF 4 or 8. And now everybody's coming up with these, cancers on their face, and especially your nose, because it sticks out further than everything else. So that's where I'm at with my skin. When I have more updates, I will give you them in my videos.